So good morning to everyone. Today we will start the next chapter, Unit 4, Methodology of Engineering. So what is the difference between scientific method and engineering method? So while scientists study the nature, we have already discussed this in length and breadth that scientists study how the nature works and discover new knowledge. They don't invent anything, but they discover about the universe. Engineers are completely different. They create or construct new things. They invent something, okay, product, website, environment, and experiences. So because engineers and scientists have different objectives, they follow different processes in their work, right? Scientists perform experiments using the scientific method and engineers follow creativity based engineering design process. We will see the difference between these two in detail in the upcoming slides. You see how does a scientific method works. Ask a question, okay, then do some background research, and after doing the research, outcome of the research is to construct a hypothesis. Then test with an experiment. Is the procedure working? Yeah, it is working means analyze the data and draw conclusions. All right, then results align. Check if the results align with the hypothesis that you have already constructed. So how is the hypothesis constructed? By doing a background research, correct? Then results align or not at all with the hypothesis, then once again go back and perform the see that the experimented data becomes background research for new project. Ask new question, form new hypothesis, and continue again and come back to this process. Test the new hypothesis with the experiment. So if it aligns with the hypothesis, fine, communicate the results. What is already existing, we are taking and constructing a hypothesis. This is very important. Now, after testing the experiment, if the procedure is not working, troubleshoot, do carefully check all the setups and the steps. Okay. So this is scientific method. So what's engineering method? Engineering method is first to define the problem, do background research, specify the requirements, brainstorm, evaluate and choose the solution, develop prototype and solution, and then test the solution. Solution meets the requirements, fine, communicate the results. If it meets the requirement only partially or not at all, then based on the results and data, make design changes, prototype, test again and go back. Finally, again develop the prototype and repeat the process. So this is engineering method. Now let us see the difference between scientific method and engineering method. For scientific method, state your question. For engineering method, define the problem statement. Okay. Scientific method, do the background research for the question that you have stated. Engineering, do the background research for the problem that you have stated. Formulate the hypothesis and identify variables for scientific method. Engineering design, specify the requirement for your problem statement. Then design experiment, establish procedure for scientific method, choose alternate solution and choose the best one and develop it for engineering design. For scientific, test your hypothesis by doing an experiment, whereas in engineering, start building the prototype. Then analyze the design and draw conclusion, communicate the results. For scientific method, here engineering method, test and redesign and then communicate the results. So we see that these are completely two different processes, scientific method and engineering design process. So why are there two processes? Why do we need two processes? Both scientists and engineers contribute to the world of human knowledge, but in different ways, as we have seen. How do scientists contribute? They use scientific methods and then they make testable explanations and predictions about the world. A scientist asks the questions and develops an experiment or set of experiments to answer that question, whereas engineers use the engineering design process to create solution to existing problems. So an engineer identifies a specific need that he converts into a problem statement. Who needs this and because why? And then he or she creates a solution to meet that need. Which process should I follow for my project? Whether I should go for the scientific method or the engineering. In real life, the distinction between scientific and engineering method is not clear because see, some of the scientists do engineering work and engineers definitely always they will apply scientific principles. Okay. So much of what we call Computer science is actually engineering, and programmers, what is computer science? It is computer science engineering, where we have lots of programmers sitting and creating new products. So your project may fall in gray area between science and engineering. That's fine, that's okay. Many projects, even if related to engineering, can and should use scientific methods. So without science we cannot jump to a new product or a project. If the objective of a project is to invent a new product, then it is engineering design. If you are going to explore what is already existing or discover something that is existing, that is the scientific